when we first were coming into the Catholic Church, and we were still in RCIA, we were studying, comparing, and we learn new things. Oh, there's a thing called adoration. And we found out on Thursdays you can go to adoration in our parish. Well, what are the protocols for adoration? There's got to be protocols, And so how do you know, is there like a liturgy for it? Or if because it's not a 24-hour chapel, so there's an opening and a, what do we do? So we were, binge YouTubing, what are the protocols for because we don't want to go and look like we're noobs, And so we found out, you can be quiet. You don't, bring a journal, and we're things that you don't want to do, things that you do want. We thought we had it down. We didn't know that there was going to be some stuff that happened toward the end, and we came in. We're like, an hour is probably good. It ends at 8 or whatever. We'll go in at 7. We'll have an hour of doing, playing it by ear. We'll see how this thing is. So we get there, and we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. We got there, and we felt like we were blending in with all the people who were doing the adoration thing. And then we thought, well, it's almost over. So we started to tiptoe out, and that was right when the priest and everyone started coming in to do the ending. So they were like looking at us like, get out of the way, get out of the way. And so we had to get out of the way and then kneel and all of the stuff. And there's a book, and we're supposed to be reading something in Latin, and it was so funny. We were trying not to laugh, but you just don't know what you don't know. And so there are so many moves and so many beautiful things that I was the whole time just like, I'm all in. What are we doing? But the adoration one is a real one for me that sticks out, as we jumped in head first and thought we had studied all of the things to be ready, and then blew it at the end. I think there's a hunger in every human soul for an ancient faith. And in many, not all, but many Protestant settings, it's their history, their tradition is all of 30, 50, 100 years old. And so we try to tape on or staple on or tie on trappings of an ancient faith that we adopt from the Anglicans or some Catholic things. But you start realizing it's not a theme. It's not a shtick. It's not something that you can just put on so that you feel like you have an ancient faith. The Catholic faith is actually an ancient faith. And, I used to kind of roll my eyes at sometimes at trappings in churches because I wanted to keep it real, and authenticity, just stripped everything down, and, home church, that kind of a thing, we just were the organic body of Christ. If it's not a shtick, and then authenticity is actually deepened by having meaningful liturgy that isn't something that you invented to feel ancient, but is actually ancient. And so it deepens your understanding of what it means to be real, what it means to, that all of these motions and all of these words that we're saying and the order that we're saying it and how we're doing it, it's not something that we did so it'll feel cool or it'll have a certain vibe or to reach a certain demographic. It's there because it's the unbroken family history that we get to carry and be part of. And so, even authenticity has been redefined for me, by learning the little things in liturgy, the little things, that turn into an immersive faith experience that can only be, gained through the ages.